Happy Thanksgiving. And let me adjust my angle there because, I'm just barely getting started here because I got so many things to make today. Let's see, don't have any viewers yet, so I think I'll ramble for just a second while people get logged in. And this is sitting on the volume. So let me fix my camera here. Obviously, today is going to be Thanksgiving awesomeness. All right. Are we live? We're live. Good morning, friends. I'm Leigh Brown. If you've never met, and welcome to My Kitchen, My Rules, which used to be my cooking show during the COVID, and I haven't done it in a while because, frankly, I ran out of recipes because I cook the same things over and over, like many of you. And of course, one of the things I make over and over is for today, for Thanksgiving Day, and anytime we have cranberries in the grocery store. So if you are not a cook, this is a recipe for you. If you are lazy, this is a recipe for you. If you totally forgot to make something, this recipe is for you because at least here in North Carolina, Lowe's Foods is open till 4 o'clock, and I like to shop at locally owned places, and they're owned out of Clemens, so they count. So let me tell y'all what you need to make the best cranberries ever. You need a bag of cranberries. These came from Trader Joe's. They also have them at every grocery store right now. Spoiler alert, you got to use the fresh ones because if they're frozen, it changes up the liquid. You need some kind of apple juice, apple cider. It can be sparkling, not sparkling, whatever apple you have. You could juice one, but that means it's really dead and gross. So this one is from Trader Joe's. You need sugar because obviously you can control it. And as y'all know, I use Dixie crystals, but did y'all know they got bought by a hedge fund, which is very horrifying to me, but here we are. And of course, the secret ingredient to these amazing cranberries is any kind of honey whiskey, whether it is the Jim Beam honey, Jack Daniels honey, the off-brand honey, doesn't matter. Just get something honey flavored. And I think you could probably use any brown liquor you want and put a tablespoon of honey in. I've never tried it because that adds an ingredient and I got to keep it easy here. So what you're going to do is the easiest recipe ever. So you're going to get your saucepan. Actually, I'll put it right here on the side burner because it's going to have to sit for a second. We'll put that on a nice medium heat. And then here's what we're going to do. We're going to open up this bag of cranberries, right? So easy, so doable. And yes, you can rinse them first. And no, I don't rinse them first because I don't want to. And it's Thanksgiving and everything happens in my kitchen. So my kitchen, my rules. Plus the alcohol burns off anything that could have been in there. So let's just be honest. You need a cup of apple juice. So I'm just going to open this up. Get my measuring cup here. Put in a cup of apple juice. And you could also put in a little bit more. All right. Remember, you're on a medium heat, and now it's just going to start sitting. And then we need to put in some sugar. The amount that you put in depends on you and how much your family likes the tart versus the sweet. Because these cranberries, y'all, are good enough to eat straight out of the pan. They're also great on a sidecar sandwich when Thanksgiving is over. They're good on everything. And I'm not even joking. If you don't like cranberries because you ate them out of a can with that little sad jelly and little lines on the side, this is not even the same thing. So you've been judging incorrectly. I'm going to put in a little more than a half a cup of sugar. Of course, the recipe that I officially found the first time called for a cup, but that was too sweet for me. So I'm going to do ish about 3/4 of a cup of sugar because that's a gracious plenty. Let's go ahead and stir that a little bit and make sure we've got enough liquid in there. So now if you like your cranberries a little bit looser, you put in more apple juice. If you want them a little bit stiffer, then you can put in less. But regardless, you get to let it sit on the stove and reduce down. And now we're going to put in some adult beverage. The official recipe calls for a cup. So we're going to do my measuring cup. Here we go. So we could put in about a cup. And then, oh, snap. Okay, normally I put in a little more than a cup, but apparently I did not measure my bottle beforehand. And because my preacher might watch, I'm not going to drink alcohol straight out of the bottle because I'm classy like that. But you can obviously mix that up a little bit. And yes, your kids can still eat this, even if they are underage and not admitting that they drink because the alcohol will burn off. And then what you're going to do, y'all, is you're going to let it sit on that medium heat. It's going to get hot enough to where the cranberries start to bursting. And once they start to bursting, let it go for a little while so that they can all open up. Then you're going to cut your heat all the way down to simmer and let it sit while you fix everything else. And so in my house, that means I'll next do the mashed potatoes, and then we'll do the macaroni and the green beans, and the turkey's already been in the brine, so it'll go in the oven here in a little bit. My cousin Ann is bringing some rolls, and then my mother-in-law is bringing the sweet potatoes, and we're just going to have a very nice holiday together with no argument and no fussing. We're going to eat and turn all of our devices off. So I wish for everybody out there a wonderful Thanksgiving. I wish for you that your family won't fuss and fight today, and that you too will turn all the devices off except for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, which is on right now with excerpts from musicals that I have no desire to watch. But really, I'm just looking for the marching bands later. And then we're going to watch some football. We'll watch the Cowboys and the Indians. It'll be a good time. And I hope you all have a wonderful holiday.